to the Got Her Back podcast.
Hi.
Hi, girls.
Hello. You guys, I was listening to our most recent podcast, and we're like halfway through, 52 weeks. We're almost halfway.
It was like 20-something. I was like, what?
I know.
It just dawned on me.
I know.
And you've only tried to quit 5 times.
I did not. I'm
kidding.
Just every week.
Break. But on a positive note, I sold my house.
Oh, yes. I'm so happy for you.
now
Is that not the worst when you're trying to show it with your kids and your dog and dogs and everything, and you have to keep it looking like nobody lives there?
Yeah.
It's
and
stressful.
The funny thing is, so like last time we sold our last house, I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but Trent was out of town. And I came home with the girls after a showing, and I went into the kitchen. I was like, oh, there's something sticking out of underneath the sink. And so I went over there, and I tried to grab it, and that thing moved. It was a freaking snake.
There was a snake
No.
in here? You've never
Yes.
told me
No.
that.
And
You've never
you guys,
told me that.
I don't know if you know this, but I am traumatized by snakes.
Did you touch it?
It was a little garden snake, so it was like this little.
I don't care.
Hey,
I'm not like
speaking of
snakes.
that, did I tell y'all that I almost stepped on a snake?
Yes, you did.
Did I show it to you?
No.
Literally this week. So it's really weird that you're bringing that up. So I was walking outside. There was a contractor coming up to do something in the kitchen. Gabe said, can you go run and grab him and let him in? Like show him where it is. So I'm walking down that walkway out the front door, and I'm thinking in my peripheral it's like a tree limb because we have been having those storms and stuff. I've been used to like seeing tree limbs. So I'm just still walking towards it, like not thinking anything. And I almost stepped on it and its head popped up. And so I just started slowly like backing away.
No, ma'am.
It was so big, y'all. It was probably 10 feet.
Girl.
I took a picture for y'all.
I don't
well,
wanna see
I
it.
had my phone in my hand, so I took a picture because I wanted Gabe to see like what kind was it. But my dad says it was just like a rat snake and that we want that snake. And Gabe said it's the first snake he's ever seen there in 6 years. And I almost stepped on it. So, yeah, I definitely didn't like that.
Do you know where I'm from? Originally in southwestern Oklahoma, it's rattlesnake country.
mean-
So it's like nothing to go out on the driveway and see a snake coiled up and have to run back inside and tell my brother to go out there and like chop its head off with a hoe. It's so bad, y'all. Like it's like tarantulas and rattlesnakes. So if it's super hot, sometimes in the summer, I can remember riding my bike and tarantulas. I don't know if you know this about them or not, but they could jump really high.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
tell me that.
up high. Yeah, and so we would be riding our bikes, there'd be hundreds all over the street, and they'd just be jumping. It was awful.
Is that normal there?
I mean, that's just there. I mean,
Is it like in the country? Like, I've never
it's
seen
just
many
like desolate. It's just
tarantulas
like
here.
desolate or whatever.
Yeah.
And then rattlesnake country, let me tell you, this tells you how country I am. They had a rattlesnake derby every
Okay.
year.
What the?
So my dad, if he didn't traumatize me enough in my life, he used to kill them. Well, he would grab them and throw them in a barrel, and he would collect them, and then he would sell them for like their skins and all that
Skins,
stuff. So all you could hear was those rattles, but like really loud. And if he did ever like kill a snake, he would chop its head off. And my sister, when she was like 2 years old, she would grab it and she would chase me around with it, like slinging it around, because they would still they still move without their head.
yeah.
And I'm like,
And she would chase me and Carly around
No.
with these snakes, and she thought it was so funny. She's like, was like 2.
No.
oh my God, I can't.
The last time I went to one of my uncle's house, we were down there for a funeral, and I decided to stop by and see my Uncle Ricky, and he was like, well, I just killed me a snake. And I was like, what? And he was like, because that's how they talk. And so, I mean, that's where my southern drawl comes from. And oh my
You have a
gosh,
southern drawl?
He goes, yeah, you won't see it. It's out there in the barn. And so we go out there to see it, and like the skin, y'all, it was so tall. So it had to have been at least 7 feet, 8 feet tall, because I had to do my arm up like this. And I'm like 6 foot, 5'11". So it had to have been at least 7, 8 feet. And it went all the way to the ground. And it had like 20 rattlers on it.
Oh, it was big boy.
It was like the granddaddy of all granddaddy snakes.
Dang.
Do y'all remember when we were in Bali and Trent saw had that snake, or that he wanted me to take a
Oh
photo
yeah,
of
that
it?
boa or whatever,
and
that
he was
yellow
like-
one.
Yeah, so he knows that's like my biggest fear, and he wants me to get,
Get over it.
So he offered, he's like, I'll buy you any purse
I
you want.
can't
if
believe you
can't touch
turned
this." I
this
was like,
down. He meant it.
I know he meant
And I'm
it.
like, Maria, grab that damn snake. Like, you better go get that purse. And you wouldn't even touch
I
it.
can't.
I would do it.
I would probably poop on myself if I would.
Do you know how they have those shows sometimes where they let the kids like hold the snakes and all that? My kids both went up there and held them.
Oh God.
Some random show we're walking
Well,
by.
I
I'm
mean-
like, we don't know this guy. They're
Are
like,
y'all scared of snakes?
I mean, I don't like
Yeah, I
them.
don't
I'm
like
like
them.
traumatized.
I'm not like you. Like if somebody would have said, "Hey, I'm going to buy you Chanel," I would grab that snake. Like, so mine's not a phobia. I would grab that snake. I would kiss the snake. What
Be
would
like
I
Britney
do?
Spears with the snake.
Yeah, I would definitely
No.
do that. Hey, that's exactly what kind of snake
Yeah.
that was that Britney Spears had in Slave for You.
No, I can't.
Speaking of,
What we're scared of?
do y'all have phobias?
Yeah, I do.
The snake.
Do you have any other ones, Maria?
Besides like the obvious animals, I guess I am. Do you guys ever think about when you drive over a bridge and there's water? Like I always think in my head, what I need to do. What do I need to do if I was to ever fly off the bridge before my car hits the water?
No, never think of that. No.
You don't? I think about
Girl,
Do
I think
you, Megan?
the more we hang out with Maria, like,
The more I learn.
yeah, well, it's your anxiety.
my
I
anxiety.
think I need to give you some of my anxiety medicine, girl. Because like just to hear you talk, and you're like, well, what if this? And I'm thinking, she's so in her head.
She has
It's like-
intrusive
it's-
thoughts all the time.
Yeah, it
do.
is. It's just, but yours is probably like you're like.
I think it's trauma.
Probably so. Like, but the things that you say are the things sometimes I think in my head, but I don't vocalize them like that a lot. Like, unless I'm like really in a low,
Yeah.
your ass will be like, and what if we climbed up this hill and then rolled all the way down and then, you know,
bear
went
ate us.
backwards
Yeah.
and then a snake came out of the tree and then a bear sat on our heads. And I'm like, Maria.
Speaking of anxiety, have y'all seen the movie Inside Out 2?
No, but my kids loved it.
So I don't know if you guys know about it. Talks about like how anxiety takes over and anxiety kick joy
it's different
out.
emotions. Yeah.
So like if you think about it, that is so true.
Mm-hmm.
My anxiety, I feel like, takes over a lot, and that's why I have so many like negative thoughts and phobias.
I mean, I have them. I'm not going to say I don't when you said that about the bridge. Like, it will just be random. Like,
Yeah.
you know, not every single time, but then sometimes it might be. But I feel like if I'm already anxious, I'll just start.
like you guys will jump into a water without a life vest. I'm like terrified.
1,000%. 1,000%.
Like I've seen
For
y'all
sure.
jumping off of like
Anywhere we go,
boats
we're going to
and-
find a boat to jump off.
Yeah, but then
a
of
boat
all
or
things,
cliff.
y'all know I have a phobia of white stuff, and it's a true it's a phobia.
Can we-
Megan doesn't like white stuff.
It is not a joke. Like it's milk, mayonnaise, sour
Oh.
cream cheese, cottage cheese.
What about feta cheese?
No.
What
But
about
the worst ones? The top three kickers are going to be
Mayo.
milk, mayonnaise is the number one, and sour cream. Milk, mayonnaise, sour cream. It's those three, and then I feel
And
like
I love sour cream.
Girl,
Every time I go to a
can't.
Mexican food restaurant,
Like,
I'm like whispering.
I feel like
Can
I've
you
gotten
bring
so
me
much
some
better, but-
sour cream? But then I like hide it with a napkin so you can't see it because tell them how bad it is.
it's so bad. Like I used to have to if I was at a dinner, even on a date, and they ate like mayonnaise, like I feel like I'm gonna gag right now talking about it. If they ate mayonnaise on their sandwich, and my worst vision is when someone
She's having a hard time vocalizing.
whenever someone bites into a sandwich, I feel like I'm gonna gag. They bite into a sandwich and it's like right here, the corner of their mouth. I cannot do it. I can't. I used to have to take my menu and hide my plate and just focus on
While
my
you were
plate.
on a date, Megan,
Girl,
you
I
couldn't
don't
pull
care.
it together.
No, I could not. And I wouldn't even be shy about it. I'd be like, and if you go to a Mexican restaurant and they put sour cream on my plate, I'm out. I'm out.
What
I'm out.
about the lighter color sauce on enchiladas?
No, none of that. Because when I found out that cane
white
sauce,
queso?
I can do cheese, but it just depends. I
She
won't
can
the
do Cool
sauce.
Whip.
Yeah,
just-
it's really milk, mayonnaise, sour cream. But if it's a sauce that I know has mayonnaise in it,
Or you're skeptical?
or I've seen it,
Yeah.
I can't do it.
So you
I
can't
just
eat the cane sauce.
She used to
No,
love it though.
I
That's
used-
the
I used to
thing.
eat it, and then when I found out,
it's
I
just
go
when she
gag.
finds out, and then she's like,
It gets in my head.
dying.
I can tell you tell you the times in my life where I've accidentally ate it. The last time I accidentally ate mayonnaise,
Weren't you
was
in Canada?
Yeah, Calgary. And I always check my sandwiches. And why I didn't when Canada is
Must have
literally
been hungry.
It was literally mayonnaise country. They dip their fries in mayonnaise there. It's disgusting. Like, it's just like the thing to do there.
I love ketchup and mayo.
Girl.
Because isn't that cane sauce?
Well, with
And
Worcestershire.
yeah.
Worcestershire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She loved it before.
No, I'm out.
And the thing about it is, did you know they put it in like big barrels and make big
Girl, shut up. So
And
when
they-
y'all say like, if like her getting a purse, you know how many people, because they find out and they're like, what if I give you $1 million? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't do it. Not even for 10 million. I would never eat mayonnaise. I've done it by default, maybe like 3 to 5 times in my life. And I literally cry, throw up, and then I'm like, it replays over and over and over in my mind. Like, I went to go get a massage.
When did
after
this
that
start,
lunch.
Megan?
My whole life. I've had it my whole life. One time my mom, like, you know how there's a number 1 or number 2 at Sonic? And she got me the number 1 by accident. And I messed up and said she just wasn't feeling good that day. And I told her it was the best hamburger I ever ate. And then I looked at it and saw it had mayonnaise and I started crying. And she made me eat it because that's how she was. She was like very strict about food. And I mean, I cried. I sat
Did
there
you
for
eat it?
hours. I just kind of like ate around because the middle is where see, I can't even talk about it. The middle is where the middle was like where the most of it was. I'm telling you,
This is
awful.
how you know that you and your boo right now are really good together, because he doesn't like it either.
No,
so
he doesn't.
this
Yeah.
happy birthday, Megan. It was Megan's birthday last week, and we went to a burger shop one day, and she we're ordering and stuff, and she tells me like, and he's like, oh yeah, I don't like it either. Like, they both don't like
No.
white stuff. Is that not crazy?
I know, and I've never met anybody.
I've never
especially
met
a guy
anybody either like that.
that doesn't like white stuff. That's like he's like me. He's like steadfast. So we like totally have that. We have so much in common, but we have that. And I'm like, this is the best ever. I don't ever have to like get grossed out. He
Yeah.
doesn't even like butter. So like he won't even let me put like butter on the steak. Or anything. No,
How do you not like butter?
I know. Like I don't like butter either. Like you're never gonna catch me smearing butter on bread.
Is that why you get it melted?
drawn butter? I have to do melted butter.
Because it doesn't look light colored?
Yeah, I can't do white. Like it's because when you melt it, it's yellow. So
Butter is yellow,
I like that.
though,
I like
It's super light sometimes. It
like
looks
a lot
like
of
creamy.
white. It looks.
So this might have to get cut off, but does semen gross you out?
Oh my God! Well, you know,
Are we really going to go here right now?
It's white.
This has been my question
but you
forever.
don't
I'm like,
eat
well,
it.
what about
crazy?
No, you don't eat it. But when I mean, we were at G's house the other day, and I came next to you with my sour cream and the artichoke.
I have to focus on my plate, and I can't watch you eat it. So if you ever notice,
she
like
left.
I'll, like if you ever watch, like I won't, like if I see it's on your plate or someone eat. And now here's the thing too, because sometimes like sour cream and mayonnaise stink really bad to me.
They do?
Yes, and if someone's eating and they're sitting right next to me, like I've been at work events, and freaking they've put like, let's say, mayonnaise on their burger, and they're sitting right next to me, and if I look over there,
It
like,
does have a smell.
then I can't even like eat my food because I'm so disgusted. I feel like theirs is on my plate somehow.
How do you eat baked potato, or you just don't?
I eat it with butter because it's melted, or like
Yeah.
cheese.
Yeah, she
bacon.
doesn't do that.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
No. What about ranch?
Only ranch that, like, if I do eat ranch, you'll never catch me eating ranch. In a
Ranch is
restaurant.
one of the joys of life.
No, I like bacon ranch at home, and I will put that on a baked potato, but only at home. But I have to put a ton of pepper.
She has to
over
like camouflage.
That's what she
the
does.
white.
She's the one that taught me how to make that French onion dip, and I was like, "What are you doing?" All that
So, and
pepper?
I was raised on that, so I will eat it. And I know there's sour cream in it. It's the weirdest thing, but I have to put like a ton of pepper on it. So it's just like, it's in my head. It's like a mind thing. Like, I don't know. I just can't do it.
I mean, I'm with you there because you know how picky I am. I have lots of food aversions. So I would say that's probably like my main one, but it's just I mean, it's like tomatoes, like anything like that
Yours is
that
texture.
wet, like
yeah, yours is texture.
I don't
But
even
mine's
like to touch a
textures, too.
tomato or anything like that. I can't do it.
I can't.
Tomatoes are a big one.
It's just so serious. It's so serious. Like the last time when I ate that chicken sandwich in Calgary, I freaked out.
Ask her how long it's been, and she's still talking about this chicken
It was like
sandwich.
8 to 10 years ago. Because after you have a situation like that,
situation like that.
like it was a serious one. It was probably the worst one of my life. And their bathroom was all the way downstairs. So I was running, almost fell down the stairs. I almost threw up all over, like on the floor. And I made it to the bathroom, but it was like projectile all over the toilet seat, almost all over the wall. Like it was like everywhere. And I come back and I'm
Did
just
you scream?
crying. I know. I just started crying.
Because you know what I'm about to say.
What?
Whenever we were in Vancouver, whenever the rats.
Oh, hold on. We'll have to go back. But that lady came back and asked me, did I want another chicken sandwich? And I'm like, no.
Because when your stomach does that, you don't want to buy anything.
No. And then we had a massage after that, and I couldn't even enjoy my massage because all I kept doing it just kept replaying over and over in my head, and I cried for like hours. Like my whole day was ruined.
I can't bite into a tomato and I can't bite into an onion. I'll freak out.
I don't like rats either. So what about? Tell her about the rats.
Okay, so we had left dinner with a couple of other girls that are Megan's friend from California.
Yeah,
and we were having such a great time, but it was really hot in the restaurant. So I was like, hey, let's not are we really going back to the hotel right now? Y'all want to sit on a patio? And they're like, yeah, we'll sit on a patio. So there was a hotel like right there with a cute little patio with all the fire pits and everything. So I was like, ooh, let's go in there and just have like one more, like keep talking. So it was super early. And so we were sitting there, and so two of them are facing me and Meg's like over here. But on this side to the left of me, I kept catching something in my peripheral. But it would be like when I was talking to somebody and then I would catch it and I would always miss it.
Yeah.
So finally I said, I keep catching something in my peripheral and it's bothering me, but I swear something keeps running by me. And just about that time, a rat flies by. I mean, it was probably what would you say, 8 feet from us, maybe?
Maybe.
And Megan's screams at the top of her lungs, and the whole patio looks at us. And that's my nightmare, not the rat.
Bitch, it was a whole family, a whole 4 of them.
It was
came.
Ratatouille.
It was Ratatouille.
Girl,
That's
but that
exactly
it was
what I
it was as
said.
big as a small cat. It was.
Is it a neutral rat?
It could have been.
I don't know. It was.
I don't know
because we were by the water,
it
and
was awful, girl.
So
but
she's
there was
screaming.
It was like a big giant one, and then these little ones like mice. It was 4 of them, and I'm like, no.
In a restaurant too. That's
on a restaurant patio.
Yeah, patio. There's
a
no
hotel patio.
There's no a
So
nice
so
hotel.
she's screaming. So our waitress comes up. I'm dead because of the scream, not because of the rats. I'm everybody's looking at us, so I'm about to pass out because that's my nightmare. I don't want anybody looking at me. So I'm getting red, and I'm like, Megan, stop screaming. Everybody's looking at us. And she tells the waitress, and everybody's still looking because they're wondering what happened. And I'm just dying inside. Ooh. And the waitress goes, oh, yeah, it's the government here. So they outlawed all pesticides and stuff. So we can't use those kind of chemicals anymore. So she was just kind of like, yeah, well, let's tell you.
Yeah, no big
And then she's
deal.
like, do you want me to move y'all over more this way towards the door, away from the exit right there. Mm-hmm. So we're like, yeah, when a space comes up, we'll move. So we move. And the funny thing is, the rest of the dinner, I keep seeing them. They keep getting closer, and they came onto the patio at that point, and they're going under people's feet behind us, not our feet.
And she didn't tell us.
But I'm watching them, and then those people, I saw them get up and leave. Everybody we were the only ones left almost when we were leaving. And I wait till we leave, and then I'm like, okay, so I can tell y'all now that we're getting in the Uber. They were all behind y'all this whole time, but I just didn't want to leave yet.
Oh my god!
So,
and that was a nice restaurant.
I mean, I'm not going to say the name of the hotel, but you would know it. It's a really nice hotel. We were just sitting on the patio.
You would die. It's a 5-star hotel.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
But they just kept blaming it on the government.
Yeah. Well, we knew about it.
We're Americans, let's torture them.
We had rented scooters from there that day. So we were let's go over here. They have a nice patio. And it was rat infested. There's no way. And there was people eating out there. And I'm I don't know how they did it. What if you bit in, what would you do if you bit into your sandwich and there was a rat in it or mice?
Hair.
Girl.
I don't like that. That's another one of my phobias. I do not.
Hair in your food?
Girl, let me tell, I'm not going to say the name of this pizza place, but growing up, can I tell you, it was every time when we lived in Kansas and my dad would get
You
pizza.
lived in Kansas?
Yeah,
I
for
didn't know
9
this.
months after my mom died.
Man, I'm learning
My
so
dad
much.
took a job there, and every time my dad would get this pizza from this pizza place, I won't eat there anymore. I won't eat there.
Is it one here?
Yeah, they have it here.
So it's a big chain.
Yeah, but I've ate pizza with you, so I'm not eating from there because every time I had a hair on there.
Oh no, one of my good places that I order from a lot.
No.
Okay. Oof.
No, because I wouldn't have ate it. I mean, every time I've been with you, I've ate pizza. So
I mean, I
I'll tell you
love me
after
some
this.
pizza.
Girl,
I know
That's my
they have
fave.
Pizza Hut.
Girl,
If I'm ever on death row and they ask me what I'm going to eat.
And yesterday we had
Gonna be
Papa
pizza.
John's, so you know it's
Yeah.
not that. But
Okay, that was
Pizza
what I
Hut
was
and
wondering.
Papa John's is safe.
No.
So Papa John's is like one of my faves.
no, I can't. I can't do hair in my food either. Like,
Man, you're no fun.
Why would you want hair in your food anyway?
no, I mean, you don't.
She's like, I can't
but
do
it's
that.
just
I'm like,
disgusting.
why?
I mean, we're
Why
talking
not?
about things that gross us out
Yeah.
and phobias. Like,
Do you
that
have
is
anything that
just
grosses you out? Like, you're not picky eater.
No,
nothing.
I'm not. I mean, y'all know. Like, I could literally eat a lot of stuff. I could.
Carrie.
Trent's picky, but what about
What,
you?
what about when she ate that meal on that flight coming out of Japan?
On Japan Airlines, that
liked
crap
it.
that they give you with
What
the raw
was it?
fish and all
I
the.
don't know. It was like fish. And I don't know.
I'm like, if they put that near me right now, if somebody accepts that in the
And
seat
it was
next
Maria.
to me, Maria's like, I'll take it. I'm like,
Me and Carrie are like, we'll have the fruit. We'll have the fruit.
I could eat pretty much anything as long as it doesn't.
and Maria will eat. Like,
Yeah, I love to eat. Like Trent is like every time we fly international, even first class, you know, they serve you a meal. He probably won't eat the food because he doesn't.
I'm with Trent. We're just gonna have
I'm with
pizza.
him.
Yeah, he's not a big fan of cafeteria food. Like I don't mind.
Oh
it.
no.
You just love everything. You
no.
were eating off from those street vendors in Bali.
Well, I told Trent, I think it's because like growing up, like I loved school lunch. Growing up, my mom only cooked Filipino food. And so going to school would be
Oh, it was different because
yeah, it was something different. And so I just never cared.
that would make sense.
Let me tell you a horror story from high school now that we're talking about this. Do you know, okay, so y'all know I talked about, I got picked on a lot in high school. These girls, they were like, I don't know. It's like I would have like different girls that would just like target me, right? So we were in the lunchroom and I always took my lunch. I did not eat school lunch.
Same.
And I don't know, these girls, they were just like, they were not even any of my friends' friends. They were just like, I think they were kind of like the bad group. Now looking back, I'm like, they were not good kids. And so like one day they found out that I did not like white stuff. And they took like, you know how you can get ketchup and mayonnaise and all that? They took it and put it all on their tray and mixed it up. And one girl came and threw her tray on me. And I had mayonnaise and ketchup on me from like head to toe. And I had a brand new, like,
How old were you?
I mean, I was in high school, so probably a freshman or
What did you do?
Girl cried because and then
Did you
of
throw
course-
up?
Girl, yeah. I mean, I was throwing up. I had no clothes to change into. I'm like trying to wash my clothes. It went, and for Christmas, do you remember those purses that were like kind of laminated? Like they had like a, I'm showing my age
Like
here.
vinyl? Like
Kind of, yeah, vinyl, but so they
Like
were like
clear?
clear, but they had like, you know, a different color, and they had leather straps. I don't
Kinda,
remember what
yeah.
they
Kinda
were
like
called.
the PVC bags for the stadiums.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to like Google it and show you.
Yeah.
But I had one of those. I'd got one of those for Christmas, and I was so proud of it. And it went all in my purse, and it got on the leather. I mean, I was just crying. And so then I told, right, and they were like, "Well, we can't prove." So they didn't even get in trouble. Girl.
What do you mean
And
you
so
can't
then I was
prove? Look at your
So then I didn't even
clothes.
want to go back in the lunchroom because I was like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, it was a nightmare."
Oh my
It
gosh.
had to been my freshman year because now that I think about it, my sophomore year,
You did it back?
no, we could go off. No, we could go off campus, and so we went off campus and we
Yeah.
would drive to eat. So
She's like, oh, I'm
freshman year.
definitely going
Yeah,
to a
I was
safe
not.
space.
Yeah,
Do you have any like things that gross you out, or any like just random stuff?
I'm very adventurous. I'm not really scared of
she's scared of a lot of foods. Like she
it's
just won't try
foods,
it.
but I really don't know why. And my daughter's the same exact way. My
Yeah.
oldest son was the same way. So I don't know. I'm like, Kaysen's the only one that he'll eat anything. But we were all like very similar. I don't know if that's because they were going off of my habits. You know what I mean? So I'm really not sure. But foods, textures with foods. Other than that,
Girl,
I'm
Taryn
DF'd
could
up
never
for
eat
whatever.
a sandwich with mayonnaise because I can't make it. Like I can't. Like I didn't even keep it in my house. I only kept a small jar because Darian would eat it, and then Taryn decided when he got older, like a teenager, that
he
was
liked
gonna
it.
take it upon himself and put it on there. And one day I came in the kitchen.
take
and
it upon himself.
Yeah.
You're like, I didn't allow that.
I came in the kitchen and I scared him, and I didn't know he was making a sandwich. Bitch, he dropped a whole jar
I remember
of
this.
mayonnaise on the floor. I was throwing up everywhere. And he's just laughing at me. Throwing up.
Oh,
He thinks it's the funniest thing. Then he comes, and then I go in my room. He comes in my bedroom with that sandwich in it with the mayonnaise, and I could smell it again. I'm in my bedroom gagging, telling him, I'm like, "Ugh, get out. Ugh." I mean, like, because like the one that starts, like, I can't stop. Like, it's
Oh,
bad.
I hear her do it every day.
Oh, it's not good. Girl,
So
but
the
it's a lot
mayo
better.
wasn't dripping.
Don't. Oh my God.
It's funny because when I first started dating Gabe, it's like you forget that somebody doesn't know. And he thought it was funny. Like he would start really like describing and talking about it and stuff. And she's like literally like dry heaving, like mouth like watering. And I'm like, you better stop. Like
It's really
she's
bad.
serious.
Like when I was
I don't think some
younger-
people know like how bad it is.
Yeah, and they would tease me. And then I can't tell you how many times, I haven't had to do it in a long time, but I can't tell you somebody would start teasing me and I have to pull over and throw up. One time I was in Vegas at a light hurling outside because my friend wouldn't stop like doing what you just did. And I used to not be able to control it. And so I've like had to really like concentrate.
You've
like,
gotten
control
way
it.
better.
Way better.
I'll say
I
you've
need
gotten
to
a
get
lot
Megan
better.
a shirt. Say no to white stuff.
Oh, we definitely need that.
Yeah, I'm just not down with Julie Brown on that. I'm just
We
out.
had a lot of things happen this week that our boyfriends met.
Yes.
Our boyfriends finally met. They hit it off. Thank
They did.
the Lord.
Praise you, Jesus.
Megan's divorced. Megan had a birthday. We had a crawfish boil.
Yeah, we've had all the things.
Kason turned 13. My son turned
Yeah.
13.
I mean, this was a good week.
It was a busy week.
It's flying by so fast.
Yeah,
Can you
summer.
believe it's almost July?
No, it's crazy.
Oh my God.
So crazy.
It's so crazy.
So crazy. I want to have your baby.
No.
Just kidding.
But no white stuff.
As long as there's no white stuff.
Is that why?
It's so funny because when she tells people,
Stop trying to bust me out, Maria.
yes, when she tells people this, that's
God.
the first question that I hear people say. Go, oh well, so what about? Yeah. And she has to go in this whole, well,
I was 46 years old before that ever took
we'll leave
part.
it for everybody's imagination.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other phobias that you have, Meg?
I don't like rats. I don't like snakes. I don't like white stuff.
And then you're just snakes.
Well, yeah, snakes, rats, just things that are gross.
Yeah. Cockroaches.
Cockroaches.
How are you with heights? I'm good.
Yeah, heights are fine.
I'm fine, but
I'm fine.
I don't know. Like
What about roller coasters?
I could do roller coasters, but the thing is, as I've gotten older, I've kind of started blacking out. Like I can't handle it anymore.
Well, see, we went to Six Flags this week because that's what
Yeah.
Kason likes to do every year. Like on his birthday, I take the day off and we go to Six Flags. And this is the first year that when I got off, I would feel kind of sick, kind of weird, kind of vertigo-y. You know what I mean?
I told you
I've never had that
patch.
happen. I remember making fun of my sister when it happened to her. Carly was like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, you're so old. And now I'm like, so old. I'm like, wait, this cannot be because I love roller coasters.
I have to
And
get
I
the
started
patch.
this is the first year I started getting intrusive thoughts on roller coasters.
Intrusive thoughts now. Oh gosh. I
Yeah,
don't
intrusive
have that.
thoughts like while I was on the roller coaster
Oh,
because
no.
it's my kids with me.
Yeah.
So then I started thinking like, and I had somebody else's kid with me. So I just kept having these weird like thoughts, like if this just goes off the track right here, like
Just
what will I
anxiety.
do? Yeah. So I've never had that happen before. So I was like, so the whole time, every roller coaster I would do, I would pray like the whole time. Like I'd close my eyes and I'd be like, please, Lord, just take care of my children and let us make it off this ride. Like that was all I was doing every single roller coaster. And then
If I
I would just
would've had
act like I
one-
was fine and do it again.
If I would have had one, I would have gave you one of those scopoline patches, but I'm out. I'm gonna have to call the doctor because that
Yeah.
patch that I put behind your ear, like I tried it at the fair
Yeah.
and
And they work?
Six Flags, it worked. Because I can't ride them anymore. And like I
Yeah.
take my staff to the fair every
I
year.
love riding rides. It's like
Yeah.
one of my
From
joys.
now on, when we do boat day,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to put the
the
patch
day
on
before,
the
they
day
said.
before.
I need to
The
do
day
it the day
before.
before because I know now like I am
Girl, and we can't not
seasickness
do-
is
we
a
can't not do
thing for
boat day
me.
on
I guess
vacation.
there's another thing that I have sensory. I realized
You
I
do.
have sensory issues
With like leggings and
I
things.
can't wear leggings because of the seams. Like
They can't have
this.
seams.
Like it feels weird. I I don't like walking barefooted, and I feel like little crumbs and stuff. So
I love it.
I can't do that in the kitchen. If I'm cooking, I have to have flip-flops on because I cannot cook. I love being barefoot, but not in the kitchen because if I feel crumbs on my feet, I feel like my food's dirty. Ugh. That is so gross.
Oh, I don't mind crumbs on my feet in the kitchen. But I will catch myself if I do start feeling it. Like I'll go sweep.
Yeah.
And do that while like.
Yeah, I'm one of those like mini.
Vacuum. Those are the
Okay, my mom. Well, I used to have one, and then when I moved, when I was giving everything away, I gave it away to Brylan, and now I'm like, I think I need another one.
I just bought a new one.
Will it go over the whole like downstairs? Like
no. Well, what I liked about the
how
one
do I do that?
I bought one. It's the shark.
My mom said the shark,
and have it map it, and then because mine went in my shower, and I was like, all right. So I kind of put
barriers.
No zones.
Yeah. Is that hard to do?
And so now, no, not at all. Now it turns on every morning at 6 a.m. and I can walk barefooted.
Okay, I'm ordering one today because my mom was seeing me sweep a lot. My mom was seeing me sweep a lot while they were here this weekend. She was like, you need to get another one. Like it'll map it. And she was talking about the shark, how much she loved it. And I think because I had issues with my last one, but I had it years ago, and I think they've improved a lot. Like, so I always...
This one, it mops for you.
Yeah, nice.
And it self-empties. So
yeah.
You don't have to take it apart. You just take it and you dump it.
My cleaning lady doesn't come every week, so not anymore. Every, third week I do it.
Because you live so far. It took me an hour to get there.
Girl, I would drive that to work every day. Hour and a half.
I know. Maybe find someone local in that area.
I love her. No. She would do it, but it's expensive.
I know.
Yeah, so I'm doing it on my own. So, but I think that would actually help. Yeah.
That's what happens when you got a big A house, girl, you live in.
That one is expensive. I'm like, oh no, you're good every third week. We're good. Yeah. She's like, I can come every week. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I think I'll do it on my own. I can keep it really good on my own.
Yeah.
It's like our kids are getting older and they kind of stay retreated and stuff like that. But
we had the greatest cleaning ladies where we used to live before we moved out to our house now, and
they don't go that far.
They would, so they started to, but then I think it just got too much for them, and they would do my laundry while they were cleaning. Like they would literally come in at 8 a.m. and won't leave until 5 p.m.
See, I don't like that though. But I like that mine roll in 10 deep.
Yeah,
and they go and they leave.
Yeah,
in an hour and a half or two.
But they do while they're organizing, while they're cleaning, while they're doing laundry.
That's nice though. If I could have somebody that organized and did laundry, I would totally do it.
Judith is my organizer in laundry. And
I need a Judith so bad.
Margarita's the house
Judith,
cleaner.
if you're listening.
No, Judith is not going anywhere.
I know.
She will retire.
I know. I was like, Megan, does she need some extra?
No.
She's like, no,
she does not. I'm not sharing her.
No. She's like family at this
so
point.
I have a cleaning crew now, and they come in for an hour and they leave.
So if they found a snake or something like that, they would take care of it for you.
I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Marie,
what are we titling this thing? Say no to white stuff.
Oh, we got to think of a good one. That was fun.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
That was really fun. Now y'all know something interesting about Megan.
We'll send you Megan's address to send boxes of
mayo.
Stuff
No.
Sour cream company, if you're listening. What is it, Daisy? If you're listening.
Craft. Before she vomits, we're going to close this out. Follow us on Got Our Back Podcast, Mrs. Maria Shelton, inspired by Carrie, and Meg's Unfiltered. Bye, guys.
Bye.